Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Are we coming through? Check out our cool new setup.
Yeah, we're coming in on a new setup. It's got to be some tweaking done still, but we're coming in live from our different setup area. So hopefully everybody's going to like this new setup, new background that we have. Today we're going to talk about our Carnival Celebration review of that ship.
Originally, this was going to be a YouTube video, but we decided it'd be better as a review, or it'd be better as a live stream. That way we can get some active commentary going. Like, say, you guys want to know something about the ship, we can talk about it in real time instead of it being a prior recording. So
right now I'm going to say hello to Cruising is Fun Anytime. Thank you for coming in. Also, J&S Adventure. Thank you for being here. Douglas, thank you for coming in today. Martin, thank you for being here. Michael Patterson, thank you for joining us. Finally, you made the live today. And Jen Rose, thank you so much for being here today. This setup is a little bit different. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at all the comments coming in.
Yeah, she's got a tablet.
And we're going to fix this back here. We're going to bring it a little bit much down. I forgot to do that when we first did the backdrop. We should have tested it out. So today we're going to go with the flow. So hopefully you guys like the backdrop. Today we're going to talk about the Carnival Celebration.
And to some extent the Mardi Gras.
And to some extent the Mardi Gras, because they're sister ships. And I know there's a lot of you guys that are going to be going on the Jubilee, which is the same exact ship.
Is it?
Yep, the Jubilee is coming out, but that one is out of Galveston. So we're going to be going into that one and checking it out. I know that if I'm not mistaken, Cruising is Fun at Any Time and J&S Adventures are going to be coming in they're going to be going on the Jubilee. So this is going to be a lot of information for you guys, because it's kind of like the same ship, just a different, how do you call it? A different look, we could say.
When you go on that ship, do us a favor and let us know what they replaced the spinning head and the 10-gallon hat with.
No, that's Harmony. That's the Royal Caribbean.
Oh God. Sorry, I'm already... We're only like 2 ships deep into this channel, and I'm mixing them up already. That's what happens when you're sitting on your computer for 12 hours working on the same video.
Yeah, but no, that one is, you're talking about the Oasis class. No.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be like a 3rd ship, and I was wondering if they were gonna have another different statue.
It is coming. Utopia is coming. That's another Oasis class. I don't know what they're gonna have. We have to go and check it out for ourselves. Look, Douglas says that I don't have anything booked for the Jubilee, but yet I will end up sailing it. Yeah, me too. Eventually, I would like to sail from Galveston, Houston. Well, you get off in Houston, you will drive at Galveston and set sail from there. All right, so we're going to talk about the Carnival Celebration. Carnival Celebration holds about 6,000 something passengers, roughly. That ship has about 18 decks. The ship is set up beautifully. I would prefer the Celebration over the Mardi Gras. That's my preference, since I've been on both. And the Celebration brings you kind of like more of a Miami vibe. I like the color scheme on that ship. It's a little bit nicer and much more, I don't know, it's different. It's completely different than the Mardi Gras. Even though the Mardi Gras is great. What are the good things about the Celebration is that if you are on My Time dining, your shebang and your Cucina del Capitano is also included. The trick with that is that it is included, but you cannot make your reservation till after like about 7:45 in the evening for those 2 venues. But if you're going to go to lunch and stuff like that, you don't have to make a reservation. You can just go on your Carnival Hub app and reserve your seat for lunch, and they'll tell you when your table is ready, and then you just show up and you walk straight right in. You don't have to make a line. You don't have to wait or anything like that. This ship, if we're going to start on deck 5, which is the promenade, as you're coming into the ship, you're going to be coming into deck 5, and you're going to be coming in through either the left or the right side of the atrium, depending on how you're coming into the ship. So once you come in on the ship and you're coming into the atrium part, you're going to to see the whole atrium part, which is the 5th floor. Then you get to see the 6th, the 7th, and all the way to the 8th floor. What I didn't like about this area was that if you're coming in a little late and you're looking for seating, and if you sit on the promenade deck towards the back of the ship, then you're not going to be see all the aerialistic things that are happening on top of your head on the air. You're not going to be able to see that. You're going to see it through a TV projection, that they have some TVs there so you can see it. The best seating is either promenade deck front by the stage, or deck 6 and 7. And then if you're standing up all the way in deck 8, then you can see all the atrium. I am not sure why Carnival decided to do all of these amazing shows on the atrium. That's beyond me, because they have a beautiful theater, right, Jaden? Mm-hmm. They have a great theater. And the only thing that they use that theater for is for the Family Feud, the Love and Marriage show. Comedy happens there, because the thing with, and we're going to go in detail about the comedy later on, but they do comedy there. And they do some of the rock shows as well. Welcome in, Donnell, by the way. So I'm not sure why the Carnival decided to put all the shows on the atrium. But one thing that I can say is, if you ever go on one of these ships, do watch all of the shows, because they're amazing shows. I've never seen shows like that in any other ships before. So Carnival did a big step up when they build these ships and all their shows. That's one of the biggest things that I like to enjoy. So the shows are either at 7 p.m. or at 9 o'clock. So you have 2 different shows. So if you don't see one, you can see the other. All the shows are always usually packed. I've never seen a show that is not packed yet on the ship while I was there for 7 days on Celebration. If we talk a little bit about the comedy, which is on deck 5, you're going to find the comedy show as well.
I didn't like it much.
Yeah, on deck 5, the comedy venue that they have is very small. It might fit roughly maybe between 150, 200 passengers, maybe. And the line, depending on the comedian they have on board during your sailing, the line could be really long. So I do recommend that if you're going to be going and we want to watch these the rated shows, not the PGs, but the R-rated shows, you are probably wanting to make the line at least 45 minutes to 1 hour at least, so you can get a good seat. Mm-hmm. Some of these shows, they get overly packed, so that's why some of these comedy shows, they do them on the main theater. So if there's going to be a time where you're going to go to the main theater, you're going to see where it says main theater, and there's going to be 2 comedians, and they do a 30-minute each on that stage, and then you have kind of like an hour inside of your theater with the comedians. On that same deck, on deck 5, you will find Emerald's Bistro. You will find Java Blue. Java Blue is going to be right across from the atrium. And you also, on the Mardi Gras, you're going to find the Jazz Bar, which is right next to the candy store, the Sherry on top. So you're going to find I think it's called the Magnolia Bar on that one.
They got a lot of good candy at that place, by the way.
They do. Top. A little bit on the cost part, but they do have a lot of good candy on there. Then if you continue to walk on the promenade area, you're also going to find on that deck, you're going to find your festival dining room, which is your main dining room. Then you have one on deck 6 and on deck 7. There's and then on deck 5, I believe there's one. Those are going to be your, if you have my time dining, keep an eye, because sometimes my time dining is on deck 7 and sometimes it's on deck 6. So it just depends on the sailing that you're going. So you have that on the back of the aft of the ship, which is the my time dining and your regular dining area. You're also going to find the Carnival Kitchen, which if you're looking into doing Carnival Kitchen, I did that once. We baked the cake. It was a lot of fun. I think it was like $35 per person to join on that one. and it's kind of like a more private setting where they teach you how to build the cake and all of that, and then you can enjoy it as a group and take pictures, and then they give you kind of like a when we went, they gave me like a spatula that says Carnival's Kitchen, so that comes along with that package. Going through this ship, one of the things that I really enjoy was watching the how much space they have for the little ones, for the children. They do have the Circle C's adventure, you know, where they, depending on their ages, they have a different age group setting, and everybody can, they have rooms where everybody can go into the different demographic of ages. That was kind of nice.
The only thing I don't entirely like about those clubs is you really have to look at the map to find any of them. Like, if I recall, isn't Circle C all the way up at the top of the ship
It's
near the arcade?
on deck 17. There's
Yeah.
one on deck. There's two on deck 17. There's some on the aft of the ship. The only thing that I will say that it's a little bit challenging, you can say, is when you have a lot of children on board, because not too much throughout the day, but at night they are running all over the place. Like, when I say all over the place, you will find them running all over the place, to the point that one time they were running into decks, kind of like deck 16, where you have the Lido area, and there was a kid running full force. I guess he forgot that there's people coming out of the elevator. He just ran into a whole bunch of people. You know, obviously it was an accident, but the little kid ran into a whole bunch of people. He almost took a couple of people over, and it's just like too much. Like, I don't know where their parents were, and security was there trying to, you know, calm everything down. But that's one of the things that I noticed. It was more towards the evening than it was during the day, where you see the little kids, you know, just big kids, teenagers, just running all over the place like crazy. That ship is built mainly for families. They have on the back of the ship on deck 16, that's where you can find your water park. You know, you can find all the kids' adventure, water park slides. The Bolt is there. If we can talk about the Bolt for a little bit, it is $15 for 2 laps. I've been on it. I've done the Bolt while the ship is on dock, and I've done it while it's at sea. My preference is when it's at sea than when it's parked, but that's my preference. And if if you're gonna do it, I think at sea is great. I don't know, it gives you like a different, I don't know.
It's got a different feeling to it.
Yeah.
When you're like just over the water for some parts of it, but more importantly, I think it's because of the sea breeze. Because you're
right.
Remember, the ship's moving forwards while you're on the thing.
And the good part is, like, you have to hit the booster button when you're getting onto that curve. So that's when you hit the booster, and then that really takes off. So that was really cool to do. And I don't know, something about doing it at sea, it gives you like kind of like a different view. It's not scary at all. I know a lot of people are scared of it. And if you go during the day, what's cool about doing it during the day is that you have the photographers there checking, you know, taking pictures of you and your family while you're on boat. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Douglas, good point. There is mini golfing. I've actually done the mini golf, not on the Celebration, but on the Mardi Gras, because they're the exact same ship. Speaking of which, I got something to say about both ships in a second. But first off, the golfing. Yeah, it's simple. It's fun. Admittedly, I'm the kind of golfer that likes to send the ball as far as possible, which means it's not entirely for me because it's really small. But it's nice. It's it's a nice little distraction.
It has. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that's a 10. I think is it a 10 hole?
It's 8 or 10 holes,
something like that.
It's pretty nice,
and it's broken into 2 different parts.
They've even got some pretty. I remember there was like one hole specifically where you can go up this tiny little slope and into like the mouth of this big styrofoam thing, and the ball rolls out into the hole, and it's really satisfying. I like the mini golf; it's fun. Now, speaking of deck 16, the food up there on the ship. I know it's not exactly deck 16, but it's like one of the higher up decks.
I think 17.
17?
No, yeah. 16 and 17, because you have Guy's Burger on 17.
Yeah, Guy's Burger's on 17. I guess I'll start with that one because I have the least interesting feelings on that one. Guy's Burger, it's good. Their burgers are good. I I have this small issue with Guy Fieri's food where like everything you can order off the menu is the ultra mega stack triple burger with 16 slices of bacon, some patties made out of bacon. You get 14 slices of cheese, 8 tomatoes, a smidge of onion. It's like it's just way too much for any burger I could ever eat. But their fries are really good, and you can also ask for a simple burger that's like if I recall, it's like the plain Jane or something like that.
That's what I ordered.
Yeah, it's the one burger that isn't 14 stories tall. So
I like it.
Yeah,
I like Guys.
I like the plain Jane. It's just the other burgers are enormous.
Well, see, you wanted to try the bacon thing.
Yeah, I want to try the bacon thing, and it was good, if a bit terrifying.
Right.
But yeah, the food there is good. Now, the other place to eat named after a brand mascot, Shaq's Big Chicken, is my favorite place to eat on the entire ship, including the fancy dining halls, other than, I guess, Cucina del Capitano.
Right.
Yeah, that one's nice. They have some really good Italian food there. That's great. Shaq's Big Chicken is open throughout the entire day. They got 4 different sauces, and they're all great. And they serve chicken tenders completely for free. They're some of the best tenders I've ever had. They also have a bunch of other food that I've never tried because I just eat the tenders all the time. They also serve breakfast there. Point being, it is so much nicer than pretty much anything else on the entire ship. And the food on the ship is really good, don't get me wrong. It's like the best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. And it's the thing I look forward to whenever I get on the boat.
Right.
Especially because we usually have the drink package. So I'll get like some chicken tenders. I'll get like an order or 2 orders of them. Get the dipping sauce, get in a little container, get my drink, take it back down to the room because it's right next to the elevator. So you can pretty much get it, go back to the room and relax. And that'll just be like what I do for the day. That'll just be my relaxation.
Right. Also on deck 16, you have oh my God, what is this? The taco bar. I forgot their name now. Blue Iguana. The Blue Iguana Cantina. You have it on deck 16, and then you have all your little food trucks like they have a Shaq's. I think it's what it's called, the shrimp and lobster thing. I should have wrote it down. They have all the little food trucks there on deck 16. They also have right there is you're gonna have on the across from the pool area, across from the Blue Iguana, you have the Tiki Bar, because it's not the Blue Iguana Cantina anymore, it's the Tiki Bar. So
Douglas in the chat saying you're talking about the Seafood Shack.
Seafood Shack, yeah. Then on there you have that, and then you have where they make all the fries every day. They have different sets of fries and all the toppings, and every day they change the different toppings for your fries and things like that. But on the Tiki area, there's a 2-floor Tiki Bar. So you could either be on deck 16 or deck 17. On deck 17, if you're going to sit on that top and you're going to have a drink, and if you're planning on watching like all the different deck parties that they have there, I suggest you get there a little early, take a really nice seat on that deck. And if you want to order like a drink or something from the Tiki Bar, because you can see everything that's going on while sitting on that area. So it's really cool. It's really nice. One of the things that I like about Carnival is their mega deck parties. They have one for the sail away, which is amazing. Depending on your cruise director, that's how much fun you're going to have on a Carnival ship. I've been on with Lee, the cruise director, on this Carnival Celebration. On Mardi Gras, I had the Flying Scotsman. And let me tell you, those 2 CDs were amazing to travel, to be on your vacation. I had a great time on the mega deck parties. They did a really nice mega deck party. I think I did a couple of lives on my Facebook from these ships. So if you follow me on Traveling with Tinkerbell on Facebook, you will see the parties, because I usually record them while being live on the ship, and then I just post them all there.
Welcome to the chat, by the way, Z Show. Nice to have you.
Thank you for coming in. So going back to the different things on the celebration, then you have the Summer Landing. Summer Landing is a great area. One side is military. It's like all the military. It's really cool how they have it. They even have this ice cream truck that's kind of like a military little car there, and they have TVs where you can watch your sport and enjoy that time. And then on the other side, they have Pig and Anchor. which is the restaurant, because they have the Pig and Anchor outside for lunch on sea days, and then they have the Pig and Anchor restaurant indoors. One of the things that I like about that venue is that they actually have live bands that come in like every evening, and they sing live, and they have all this great time. And they actually have a there's a one of the days where the cruise director and his whole staff, the fun staff, goes there, and they have like this country music, and they pass around these banners and stuff like that. It's really cool. So it's a lot of enjoyment on Summer Landing. They have cool music. If you want to kind of like go there and have a good time and chill and relax, that would be a great place to go. Now, they do have pools on deck A where Summer Landing is located, which is on the aft of the ship. And they have like this really nice infinity pool back there. There's one on deck 8, and there's another one on deck 16. So if you're looking for something cool like that to do, then you can visit those areas and enjoy. Also on this ship, you also have the Serenity area, which is located on deck 17 aft of the ship. No, I'm sorry, deck 17 forward of the ship is the Serenity area. And that is a really nice place. It's only for adults of 18 years and over. I have not seen like Royal that they have 16 years and above, but I think over here is 18 and over. And you have your own private area, and they have like this sunken seating kind of area there, and also a pool where you can relax and enjoy. One of the good things about the Serenity on Celebration and Mardi Gras that they both have is that they have a salad bar area just for the people on the Serenity area, and they also have a bar on that area. So it's a really nice kind of relaxing. If you want to be like quiet, there's no kids there. It's really nice, and it's on the forward of the ship on deck 17. So you'll find those there. Between deck, let me see, 9, 10, let me see, 10, from deck 7, from 7 all the way to deck 14 and 15, those are all like staterooms on this ship. So you have staterooms on all of those decks. The staterooms are really nice. If we're going to talk about staterooms, I like them, but my preference, they're too small. They're smaller than your regular stateroom on your regular Carnival, kind of like the Carnival Horizon and those types of ships. Mardi Gras and Celebration, and more than likely Jubilee as well, they have smaller cabins. I think they took away from the cabins to put in more venues, like for the Punchliner that has its own venue, and like Shebang that has its own restaurant. And one of the things that I really like, that every restaurant is closed in. So you're not hearing what's going outside in the public areas. You're not hearing it inside of the restaurant. The only restaurant that is open and you can pass back and forth is the 555 Fahrenheit restaurant, which is the steakhouse. That restaurant is open in the front. So you're kind of like towards the back. But if you're sitting, like if you have a big party, they're going to sit you in the front where you see everybody going back and forth. That's probably going to be a little bit maybe noisy. And I'm probably going to see, because I know that I'm going on the Carnival Horizon and we're having a big party there. So I want to see where they're going to sit us. And if it's kind of like an area kind of like that, I want to try it out and see how noisy it'll be, to sit there and have and enjoy a meal with your family. But at least in Celebration and Mardi Gras, if you've ever been there, you're probably going to see that there's a big table that fits maybe 15 people, I think. And it's way in the front where you can see everybody going back and forth. No different than when you're in the Carnival kitchen. That's where they do the chef's table. Is done in the Carnival's kitchen, and they kind of like they frost the windows so that you cannot see in, but you can kind of see like the silhouettes of the people there. So it's a thing to always keep in mind. But I've never been to Rudy's Seafood Sea Grill. I've never been there because I personally have a shellfish allergy, and my family has never tried it. But I have heard that it's really good.
I might go there next time we go on the ship.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of people saying that it's amazing. I personally have met Chef Rudy. So I've met him in Holland, America, and he's an amazing person. And it was so nice. I just ran into him. I was doing a vlog in Hall and in the main dining room, and he happened to come out of the kitchen, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and we're like, "Well, hello, how are you?" And then when I realized who he was, I said, "Oh, it's a week." Started talking, and he gave me a little bit of tips of the different restaurants he has on board, and we took a picture. It was really nice. He was very humble person to talk to. It was very nice. My goal is one day to meet Emerald in one of these ships, but who knows? But so Carnival Celebration, I would definitely recommend. I would definitely recommend that ship. The only thing that I would say, keep in mind that your cabins are not going to be as big as you think they are, especially those square interior cabins. They're very, very tiny. If you're a person that is claustrophobic, I will say to maybe take a balcony, because you're gonna feel like you're on top of the other person. I've been on Mardi Gras 4 times, and I've been on Celebration 2 times. Mardi Gras, I did my first Mardi Gras trip. I did the square room, and I felt like if I was on top of my daughter 24 around the clock, because everything is so tight, and there's barely any space.
Didn't I have an interior the first time I went?
Yeah, but you had it in a different ship, and it was bigger.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I was thinking.
So, and then the next
I was thinking
time,
Harmony, right?
yeah, the next time I went, we did a regular balcony, and then the third time I did an ocean suite where that's the big room.
Yeah, Harmony. By the way, random aside, Harmony has great interior suites. I
Yeah.
remember it was like very comfy, very perfect temperature. But yeah, Mardi Gras. Having been on the Mardi Gras and assuming the celebration is pretty much the exact same. Yeah, the room is like really cramped. You can see it when Mom in the embarkation video. I know a lot of people watch that one. You can see in the embarkation video, there's like the point where Mom's getting to the room and doing the tour. There is actually like 5 inches of space between the bed and the closet that you gotta fit your legs into.
Yeah.
More often than not, I would find myself just like climbing over the bed to get to the rest of the room.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I wanted to show on the vlog when I did the room tour, because it was very tight to go in through that little space and kind of move around the. So could you imagine you having that problem there? Imagine the square room on an interior. And for those of you that are going on Celebration, and I know Jen and Donnell is getting ready to go on Celebration, if you can take a quick peek at the square rooms when you're walking through the aisles, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's like a little room. It fits everything that it needs, but like there's no space at all. I don't know what Carnival was thinking when they built those square rooms. I'm not sure about the regular interior rooms, how they're set up. I've never been on one, but I have been on the square rooms. I've been on the regular balcony. Regular balconies are spacious for 2 people, no problems. If you're trying to add a third, like I did with this cruise that I went, that I had Sophie, my daughter, and me, it was okay because, Sophie's still little. But when you start adding more people, it's probably you're gonna feel a little cramped. The only reason why I know this is because we went on the suite, remember? And what I did was, because as a travel agent, I like to test. I like to know what my clients are going to feel when they're in these types of cabins. When a client calls you and says, "Hey, I want to put 5 people on a cabin." So I put 5 people on a suite. I will say no, don't do it.
Never put that many people in a suite.
Jaden was there. I did Martine, Jaden, my mom, me, and Sophie.
It was like we had to use pretty much everything the cabin had at its disposal. They had to open up the couch, and Mom and Martine slept on that one. They had to split the bed. I slept on one side, Grandma slept on the other side, and then they had to pull out the bed from the ceiling, and then Sophie had to sleep on that one. It was like completely, that was the upper limit of how much you could put in there. And there was so much luggage everywhere. We had to fit our luggage underneath the beds. We had to fit our suits inside the closet. All of our shoes were just kind of all over the place. They are not designed to house more than 3 people.
Right. I will say for a suite, as an experienced traveler with Celebration, I will say for a suite, you can have 2 adults and maybe 3 small children, maybe within the ages of maybe 7 to 14. But when you start hitting 5 adults, like a girls' cruise, if they want to put 5 adults, I would not recommend. I truly would not recommend, because yeah, you can do it because we did it, but I felt that we didn't even have space to, we didn't have enough space to kind of like relax or anything like that. Mind you, on a suite you have 2 different TVs, so you have one on one side and one on the other side, and they have like a curtain that you can close in and kind of make that other area kind of into a separate room that goes into the balcony. Now, all the suites on Mardi Gras Celebration and Jubilee are the same. So you're going to be stuck on deck 9. And just to let you know about these suites also, which is a caution to you guys who are doing it, the balcony does not have a roof. It's out in the open. So everybody on deck 10, on 11, 12, they can see you clearly because there is no roof. What you're out there in the sun.
As opposed to like not the celebration, as opposed to like a celebrity cruise balcony where it's enclosed, very, very protected. You've got like a roof, you got 2 nice even walls, perfect space to walk in. It's just
right.
Like I really miss being on a celebrity ship. Okay, we need to go on another one. We're going on another one in November, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jen says that's the cabin that they have for her son. And is it the square one, Jen, or the regular one?
I think we were talking about the square cabins.
But yeah, that's the only thing that I did not like when I got there. And mind you, when you're on a suite, they put you on the suite area and you're the first people. You have a lot of things that they give you, which is really nice. The package that they give you for a suite is amazing. But when you get there and you open your room, I never even thought about it, that the balcony didn't have any kind of like ceiling whatsoever. It's just out in the open. So you're sitting out there in the sun, or if it's raining, you can't use the balcony because you're going to get wet. But more importantly, if you're out there enjoying your day, then just keep in mind that everybody above you is going to watch you, is going to see everything you're doing because it's out in the open. What else about the celebration that we can talk about? So we talk about the punch liner, all the different venues that they have, all the different types of food, like the teppanyaki, the bonsai, and all of that. That is on deck 8. It's really nice. And on deck 8, you also will find Shebang and the Havana. On the Havana, one of the things that is different on the Excel class ships, which is Mardi Gras Celebration and Jubilee, is that if you guys are a Carnival cruiser on a Havana suite on Horizon, Panorama, Vista, and all of those other classes,
It's by the way.
Those ships, you are able to go into the Havana area after 5:30. Well, on Celebration, Mardi Gras, and Jubilee, you are never to enter that area. That area is completely private for only Havana guests. I was able to vlog it because I had asked for permission to go in there to vlog that area. And the lady, because I told her I was going to be quick, so the lady allowed me to vlog the Havana area. One thing that I personally do not recommend is paying all that money for Havana on an Excel ship. If you want the Havana, then go on Horizon, go on Panorama, on Vista. You will get way more for your money, because over there you have your own, after the ship, you have your own pool deck. It's super big. They even have like live music there on the back. You have a whole bar. On the Excel class, the pool is so tiny that maybe 5 people can fit on that pool. And that's it. And the bar is so tiny, and everything is it's like a little area for the Havana.
Isn't it that little, barely a balcony spot that you were in during the recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
It is very small. And for all of the money you're going to pay for that specific experience, I would have rather done it in Horizon, to be honest with you, because over there you have a bigger space, a bigger area, more enjoyment, and you're paying about the same price or probably less on those ships. That was the only thing that I really didn't, when I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is like really small for the amount of pricing that they ask for these Havana cabanas, cabins. So it's just crazy, when I saw it.
And honestly, if you want somewhere where like, can you look for the cove balcony further?
Donnell, I'm gonna call you after that. I can check to see if I could find you a cove balcony. But if they're on that, I think you're talking about the little itty bitty interior. I will, they're gonna be okay, but they're gonna be tight. They're gonna be. I could look for a cove balcony and let you know after this live stream. I'll give you guys a call. So one of the things that I truly like about the Havana area, personally, because I'm Hispanic, every evening they start from 8 at night to 2 in the morning, and you could just enjoy live Spanish music. They have sets of like 30 to 45 minutes on and off. So they come, they sing for 30, 45 minutes, and they take a 15-minute break. They come back and so forth. And you're there from 8 p.m. to like about 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's a really nice, if you're Hispanic and you're looking into like traveling and having that kind of a music, you will like it. They also have the Limelight Lounge, where they have all the other music. The club is playing there. They do the 70s, 80s, 90s music and all of that. The great thing about the celebration is that they have the Alchemy Bar. If I personally don't drink, but if you like drinks and crazy concoctions, Alchemy Bar is the place for you. I noticed when I went on the celebration, and it was kind of like weird, but it was kind of cool at the same time. They have this guy that comes with a little cart, and he's making Bloody Marys. And he's from the Alchemy Bar. He has this little cart, and he comes all over through that area because there's a lot of seating area, not only on the bar, but there's also seating across from the bar that you can sit and enjoy, and kind of people watch everybody that's going down on deck 7. And this guy comes on with a little cart with all this Bloody Mary stuff that he's making, and he has oysters there too for sale. So it's kind of like a little a la carte thing that you can, I guess, order from him. So I've never seen that on another ship. So I thought that maybe that would be something that maybe you guys will like when you're traveling on Celebration or Jubilee. Check out, for those of you that are going on Jubilee, check out the Alchemy Bar. Maybe they also have it there. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this is probably the last thing I can contribute to this discussion, because this is like my favorite spot to just hang out. I don't remember, is it called the Veterans Lounge? The on the ship? Yeah, Veterans Lounge. They got free ice cream, and the chairs are really comfy. But the thing I like the most is, I said this in the video, the Veterans Lounge is open 24/7, and they keep it restocked with all the ice creams and stuff. So there was this one night where I couldn't sleep due to some reasons, but I couldn't really get to sleep, and I wanted to get some work done. So I figured, instead of trying to like open up my laptop, pray I don't wake up anyone in the middle of the night, I basically just took all my stuff in my bag, and I just went down to the Veterans Lounge. They got some outlets so you can plug in your phone or your laptop, and it's really nice. It's quiet. They play some nice music there. You got free ice cream. They got stuff on TV, and it's open 24 hours. And it's my favorite spot to hang out in late at night, just because nobody's really there and you got the whole place to yourself.
Right. It's really nice. They have the pizza area is open till 4 o'clock in the morning. You have the deli, which is right next to the pizza. And I think the deli closes, I think like at 8 o'clock or so, if I'm not mistaken. And the deli is right next to Rudy's Seafood, if I'm not mistaken. That's where it is. Now you got me thinking. I forgot what I was trying to say when you said that.
Sorry.
So let me see. Okay, so we were talking about, let's see, what else do they have on there? So we talked about the Havana. We talked, the Limelight Lounge. What I was going to say, on the Mardi Gras.
Oh, the Heroes Tribute. That's what it is.
Okay, the Heroes Tribute.
Also, welcome to the stream, Canadian Family Life. Hello.
Oh, hey, how are you doing, Tiffany? On the Mardi Gras, I'm not sure about when it comes to I didn't see it on Celebration, but I only saw it on the Mardi Gras. They have a speakeasy on the Mardi Gras, but you have to have a, if you go to the Magnolia Jazz Bar, um, whoever is there, you have to go by invitation only. And they give you this secret card. And I don't have it right here right now. I should have one so I can show you what it looks like. And without that secret card, because that secret card has a password, and it'll tell you where on the ship you need to be and at what time. Because when you go there, you'll see a line of people. A lot of people were asking, what was the line for? And we couldn't say what was the line for, because it's a speakeasy show that they do. And it's kind of like a hush hush. Nobody knows unless the people that are invited. And as you're coming into, and it's really cool the way they do it. As you're coming into the venue, they ask you for your password. If you do not know the password, they won't allow you to come in.
So we're not sharing it.
And yeah, we're not going to share the password. So if you're kind of into that kind of thing and you're on the Mardi Gras, I didn't see it on Celebration. If you're on the Mardi Gras, we got this from the Magnolia Bar. And one of my friends, one of the crew members that know me, invited me because I had no idea. He says, you got to go to this because this is something that nobody knows. And a lot of people that are on the ship will never know. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think J&D from Pero DJ got invited one time when they were on the Mardi Gras, and I think they vlogged about it. So maybe you could check out their vlogs because I know that they did it. I didn't vlog it. I do have pictures when I went, and it was really cool. The music, jazz, and all of that. It was really cool. The event that they do there, and they had this. You buy this drink, and the drink comes with a coin, and you get to keep the coin. And it's kind of like it says speakeasy, and then the venue name and all of that. It was really cool. I do have the coin with me, so it was a nice thing to do. But it's a really like hush hush kind of thing. So not a lot of people will hear about it while they're on the same ship that you are. And they only do it, I think, once per cruise. So it's one time on the 7 days. They don't do it nightly or anything like that. Ours, when we went on the Mardi Gras, was on the Limelight Lounge. They converted it into a speakeasy, and it was a really cool event. But they took us in through a different area that people won't even know that even existed. So it was kind of cool the way it was. It was fun. So I did it with my daughter when I went there. Another thing about the Mardi Gras that about the celebration, I'm sorry, that I can say that it's really an enjoyment is the family feud. That's a lot of fun. When you embark on embarkation day, they have on that evening, if you are wanting to be part of the family feud game, they have this green screen, and then you got to come up with like a party of 5 in your team. You come up with a party of 5 in your team, and you take this picture. They have a crazy picture and they have a regular picture, and they eventually will find they'll contact you if you're going to be part of the family feud. And the way that it works is that the people that are chosen, the next day they go into what is called the family feud trials, and they ask all these questions and everything. So they start, kind of like winding down the amount of people until they get everybody that's going to be on the show. So they have the PG rated shows, and then they got the R rated shows for the family feud. So if you're into that, I would suggest try it because it's a lot of fun. They also have on there the Deal and No Deal show. You pay, I think it's $40 for one card. They do have it online if you're traveling on Carnival, and you go on the Carnival website before you go on your trip. They do have a package deal for the Deal or No Deal that you can buy on there. So that's one of the things that you can kind of like look forward to on getting that maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper because every card is like $40, but they have, I think you buy 3 for like maybe $60 or so. But that you can only find online. Also, let me see, so that's the Family Feud. You got the Deal or No Deal. They have bingo night where the ship, you can also win up to a cruise or $5,000. They do have that as well. They have some of the shows on the main theater. Sometimes they have the rock shows on the main theater. So if you're looking into watching those types of shows, those you will find on the Carnival Hub app. You will find those shows, but I would always recommend all the atrium shows on the Celebration. If you are, the Celebration has a lot of great amenities for all types of family. I think the ship is very well built for handicapped people as well. The only thing that I will say, keep an eye and be very careful, are those bathrooms that unlock and lock on the by themselves, because these bathrooms, you walk in, the door will open up, and then you step in the bathroom, and then you got to go kind of like a little bit deep in the bathroom, wait till the door closes, and then wave the hand so that you can, until you see that red light on top of your stall or your bathroom. I wouldn't suggest you use the restroom, because if you see it green, anybody on the outside can open that bathroom, and you could be in the middle of your business and everybody will see you. So keep an eye for those bathrooms. I don't use them personally because of that, because they're very hard to close. But they have those I don't know why, and whoever made that kind of an idea for a bathroom, but they do have them. Those are found by the main theaters, by the casino area. Talking about casino, the casino is huge on the Celebration. One of the things that I like, because I actually like to play the slots myself, one of the things that I like is they have the non-smoking and the smoking section. The non-smoking the casino is huge. The smoking section, that's a smaller area, and it's more like on the other side, it's enclosed. On the casino, when you walk in through the casino, you can come in on deck 7 through the casino. You can come in through the front, because it's kind of like they have these doors, these sliding doors that closes, and they kind of like privatizes the casino, so you can't even hear what's going on outside of the venue. So you're gonna walk into the casino. As you're getting closer to the middle of it, then you have your bar there. And then to the left-hand side, depending on how you're in the casino, to your left-hand side, then you have your smoking casino area, which is on the other side. So I found it kind of nice that you can actually play in the casino. You don't have to, if you're not a smoker person, you don't have to like be around everybody that is smoking. I thought that was one of the good things that they did. You don't even smell the smoke or anything like that on that area. So it was nice. The only thing is that it gets really packed all the time. So if you're looking to play, or if you're liking like a special slot like I do, I have one that I love to play. So every time I have to kind of come in, go back out, and back and forth until I finally get to play with it a little bit. But casino is nice on there. The staff is amazing. I've never had a problem with Carnival staff. I think they do a great job. They try to be there for you at all times. So I think it's really nice, like the staff that they have. I know that they work really hard, on what they do, so just keep that in mind when you're traveling, and, keep in mind that, they're there, and they work, 16 hours sometimes, 6 months straight. So I always try to give them, as much love as I can. Like, I'm the type of cruiser that when I'm leaving to the port, and I always like to ask them, do you guys need anything? Are you getting off the ship today? I'm going off the ship. You want me to bring you something back? And even when I leave on my last day, I always leave an extra tip for them, because they're always amazing staff, always working hard. It's very sad, like when you see, like, people don't pay their gratuities and stuff like that. I prefer to pay, a little bit more, because when you travel a lot, like at least like I do, You know, I've never have gotten bad service from any of the crew members in any of the ships that I've been. Thankfully, I've always have great, you know, crew members that are always there to help and assist. Um, Even through when we were going through COVID, I remember one of the crew members, they couldn't get off the ship at all. And I bought him some medication because he was in pain. You know, he had this pain and he couldn't go get his medication or stuff like that. And I bought him like Tylenol and things like that, you know, to try and assist him. But, you know, they're always there. Just keep in mind, they're always there working for you to make sure that your vacation is a wonderful one. And I just like to, you know, make sure that for all those people that are and crew members out there, that, you know, I love them with all my heart and I try to take care of them as much as I can, because that's what they're doing. They're leaving their country, you know, their families, because it's a job that they need to do. So just keep that in mind when you're traveling. And I know that if you ever go on Celebration, you're going to have a great time. I love the ship. I do recommend. A lot of people don't like Carnival for many different reasons, but I always tell them, as a travel agent, try the newer ships. You know, try the newer ships, because those ships are coming back with a different change. Um, if you are a Carnival traveler and you've never been on these ships, once you get on board, you're gonna feel like you're in Carnival, but it's gonna be like a different, like a higher end vibe to those ships. It's very different than your Horizon, than your Vista, your Panorama, your Dream, your Paradise, you know, and all the other ships, your Breeze, your Magic, is very, very, very different. Even though the other ships, their rooms are a little bit bigger and more accommodating, um, I know that the Celebration it has something to bring to the table for you guys. So it's going to be really nice. It's going to be an amazing vacation. I know Jen and Donnell are going to be going on the Celebration. So I know you guys are going to have a wonderful time. You guys are going to be coming back, and you're probably going to be thinking about Carnival a little bit different. I know you guys got out of Venecia, and I know you guys like that shit, because it's completely different. So I know that Celebration, Mardi Gras, and the brand new Jubilee are coming in to make great strides out there and coming in. Carnival actually, I think, really thought about it really good, and these are going to be a game changer for their business. So hopefully they keep building these nicer ships like that people are going to enjoy as family. The only thing is, like, when it's during March, summertime, it is more kids. You know, I have 5 of my own, and there are more children on board. Just keep that in mind, because they're there to have also a vacation. Sometimes the parent needs to be a little bit more on the eye. You know, I have one that she's 14. She's all over the place when she goes, but I'm always keeping an eye on her, making sure she's doing the right thing and things like that. Kids are going to be kids, and they're just going to enjoy their vacation. And I know that they don't think like how we do as an adult. And I know sometimes, you know, they're inside of like the jacuzzis and things like that, taking your time and space. And sometimes, you know, they don't think about it in that way, but they're also on vacation. So we got to love them that way as well. So that was the only thing that I found, that it was a little bit, you know, it was the kids running around and not paying attention to what they were doing and going back and forth. I don't have too much negative to say about the Celebration, other than the cabin space. The cabin space and some of the venues that they're smaller. They do have a nice spa area that's on deck 6. No, on deck 5. The spa is on deck 5, midship, and the gym is right across from the spa. One pro tip that I will give you, and this is a lot of people don't know about this. When you're going to the shows, like the Family Feud, the comedy shows on the main theater, and this is only for the main theater, a lot of people go to their decks on the, you know, where their entrance is, when the main entrance is, because you're kind of like on the top and you're kind of like walking down towards the main theater. But if you go to the spa, when you get to the spa area, to your left is going to be kind of like a walkthrough. So you're going to look at, when you get to the spa, you're going to see that there's kind of like a walkthrough to the left when you get to the spa. If you go in through there, and you go, it's kind of like a little bit of a zigzag. You get all the way to the end. That is also an entrance to the main theater. If you go in through deck 5 on the where the spa is, and you go in through that area, you will guarantee the best seats in the house, because when they open that door, because they open it first, because those are for the handicap and the people with scooters and all of that, you can make the line with them, and they let them in, and you can go into the theater first, and you have like first dibs on the first row seat, second, and all of that, because everybody else is coming from the top of the theater, walking all the way down. So even if they were to open the doors at the same time, you have dibs to the first area. So that's one of the things that I actually found on these ships that I really enjoy, and a lot of people don't know. And every time you go over there, maybe now people are noticing it more, but when you go, there's probably going to be maybe at most 20 people there waiting. When meanwhile, you have 40, 50, 100 people waiting on the other side. So that's a pro tip for you guys, that if you guys are going on Celebration and you guys going to go see the Family Feud and all of that, try going in through that area. Okay, Donnell said that Venecia was great. We have a lot of now that we finished talking a little bit about Celebration. I just wanted to give you guys some information that came in from our Expedia real quickly here. Let me find it, because I printed it out for you guys to talk about it real quick. If you guys like Holland America is coming up with what is called the One Stage Alaska. And this is an event that we're going to have. I think we're having kind of like a talk. It's going to be kind of like a virtual event. If you're interested, send me an email. If you're interested in Holland America, I can send you the information. But they're giving up to $350 on onboard credit. And they have a $25 per person reduced deposit for this promotion. And they have all sorts of different events and stuff that's going. It's called the On Stage Alaska. So if you're looking on booking maybe Holland for Alaska, send me an email or call me, and I can give you more details on that, because that's coming in through just like August 30th. They're revealing the Disney treasures. So if you're into Disney cruises, Disney Cruise Line is going to be revealing on August 30th the Disney treasures that's coming out. That's a brand new ship that's coming out as well. So we're looking forward into that. I also wanted to, because we're almost getting ready to hit here our hour, and I don't want to take a lot of time from your day. And I am so thankful and grateful that you're here right now with me. I'm looking into doing a group cruise, the first Traveling with Tinkerbell group cruise. And I wanted to know if you guys wanted kind of like an Alaska group cruise. So I was looking into maybe Alaska for 2025. And if not, maybe a Caribbean one. But let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you know me and you got my email address or my phone, just text me. What do you guys think? What do you guys suggest? I'm trying to do a Traveling with Tinkerbell. It'll be the first ever group cruise, the TWT group cruise. And I'm hoping to do kind of like an Alaska cruise for 2025, maybe mid-June, early July, kind of like in the middle of the Alaska season. I'm thinking maybe Celebrity, maybe Royal, one of those two ships. So I would like to know your thoughts on that, so that I know that the 2025 has not yet been posted, but I'm trying to get a hold of the ball here so I can know about how many people are interested in doing it. And we're going to promote it. We're going to promote this one for everybody to join. And as we continue to grow here on YouTube, we're going to continue to promote everywhere we can to grow the channel and, grow the channel, grow the community. I know that we are about 280 over in our Facebook page on Traveling with Tinkerbell. On YouTube, I have about 260 subscribers so far, and we continue to grow. So I just wanted to say thank you so very much for you guys subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you guys for everything that you guys do. Thank you so much, Donnell and Jen. You know, you guys are our moderators, and I appreciate you guys always supporting me in all of my journeys. You know, you guys have always been there. So to all my moderators, I just wanted to say thank you guys for your love and support. To all of you guys watching, I love you guys to the moon and back, and I appreciate every subscription that I get and all the love that I'm getting. So I'm gonna work with this right now to make sure it's correct for the next one, but it's like trial and error, you know. we got to learn, you know. It's one of those things that you learn little by little. So thank you so much for joining my live stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed the review for the Carnival Celebration. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. I will answer them for you after the live. And if you want to book your next cruise, check me out at J.A. Gonzalez with 2 Z's at expediacruises.com, or you can call me directly on my cell number 813-608-2935. I love you guys all to the moon and back, and I see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for coming. Love you guys.